KH Sports presents the Red Wolves Live Bowl Preview Special.
Welcome to the Red Wolves Live 68 Ventures Bowl Special. Chris Hutchison, Charles McCary, Bryant Koleski joining you live from Mobile, Alabama. And Charles, it's finally game day. How you feeling?
It's finally game day. Felt like it took forever to get here today.
Indeed it did.
But, you know, we're here. I'm excited to see what the Red Wolves do on the field today.
Absolutely. Bryant, you've been here all week with the Red Wolves. What's the vibe been? How's it been like covering the team?
It's been exciting. Chris and Charles, they have been doing stuff all week. Helped the community out on Monday, did Top Golf on Tuesday, and now it's the day after Christmas, and it's feeling like Mardi Gras in Mobile. The street party began around 4. Red Wolves and Falcons arrived to Hancock Whitney Stadium on parade floats and were throwing beads at fans. Pep rally is now in progress, and there's going to be a battle of the bands at 6:30. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to go ahead to that after this and see which band comes out on top.
There you go.
Listen, man, I know one thing. We heard Bowling Green's band practicing earlier, but I know Arkansas State's band is the best band in the land. So I'm interested to see who wins that too, Chris.
Fun night of football ahead, to say the least. Now, I had a chance to sit down with A-State head coach Butch Jones before the Red Wolves headed to Mobile. Here's his thoughts on the A-State Players of the Year. I would say Offensive Player of the Year has to be Corey Rucker. I mean, just what has he meant? Intangibles, obviously, on the field, but what has he meant just with this entire program, too?
Well, we talk about competitive greatness, and you really find out about how strong a competitor is when the game's on the line. And I think when you talk about being 5-1 in one-score games, Corey Rucker had an impact in all those games. The way he competes in practice, the way he competes on game day, he just has a completely different look on game day. He loves to compete.
They love Rucker on one-on-ones. They're going to him right here. And Corey Rucker, did he catch that? He sure did. He knows it too.
He's willed our football team to win, and we're hoping that we have one more year out of him to really showcase his skills and his talents.
You had plenty of playmakers on defense. If I wanted to spotlight one, it has to be Trey Thomas. You know, got named a Group of 5 All-American, 5 interceptions. So, like, he's had a knack for getting to the football the entire time he's been here.
Well, when you talk about the 5 interceptions, within those 5 interceptions, 3 of them were game winners.
Armenta wants to throw it, and he's throwing it deep, and it's picked off at the 30-yard line. Travion Thomas.
And I don't know if I've ever been a part of that where one individual had 3 game-winning interceptions. Again, he's another individual who's grown up in our football program. He's seen it all. We talk about consistency and performance, and when you think of Trey Thomas, consistency and performance, and not only from a defensive standpoint, but if we involved him in all of our special teams, he'd be our best special teams performer as well.
And it's a perfect segue to special teams. Clune Van Andel, like, having a breakout season the way he did at kicker, just what has he improved on the most from the time he got to campus to now?
He's completely changed his game. And Dakota Tillman has done an outstanding job with him, but not only from his growth and development as a kicker, but his maturity and his confidence. And he had some big kicks for us.
This is going to be a 52-yarder from the right hash. Kick is on its way, and the kick is perfect.
Came here as a walk-on from the state of Michigan and worked his way into it. I think he learned a lot from Dominic Zavada, and he came in and he had to compete to win the job. And, you know, he really didn't assert himself to probably the 2nd or 3rd game of the year. And you look at what he went through at the University of Michigan, when he hit 2 field goals off the uprights, and he was actually better for those experiences, and that's why he was able to win games for us.
Great to chat with Coach before A-State headed down to Mobile. And, of course, Charles, Red Wolves had more impact players in 2024.
I mean, one of the big storylines was in the trenches this year. Jacob Baer tore his ACL in spring practice. Now, for most players, that means they're done for the year. But we know number 73, he's just built different. He missed only 1 game in 2024. Baer was the anchor for the A-State offensive line, earning all Sun Belt honors and played his way into the NFL draft consideration. Number 73 reflected on his road to recovery, his Red Wolves career, and a new haircut.
The regular season just finished. I didn't look good for like 3 days. I told myself I was going to cut it and probably look a little more professional. And so I just buzzed it off.
I got second team all conference, and I guess got ranked 8th out of the nation. But it's kind of weird to think of it like that because I was just so focused on getting back and being able to play my best. So to look at it's kind of nice at the end of the season. It's meant the world to be able to come to a program where I was loved from the very beginning. I stepped foot on campus, and I put in really a professional role. I was treated like a professional, and that's what I was able to do here is just kind of get to work my craft and be able to become a better football player.
Seniors looking to now Bears one of a group of seniors looking to end their career with a win tonight, Chris.
Absolutely. We've got more storylines ahead of kickoff. We'll talk about a couple of them after the break. Plus, it's a Howell homecoming for several Red Wolves. More on that. You're watching the Red Wolves Live 68 Ventures Bowl Special.